Hey everyone, it's Joe, the 50-something Dasher, with another DoorDash daily recap video here for Wednesday, February 21st. It's now 2:30 in the afternoon. Before I get to today's Dash, some updates on the channel. I mentioned at the end of the last video, yesterday's video, the videos that I was uploading ahead of time for next week. The first 3 of those videos are already done, finished, uploaded, scheduled, everything. So those are coming out. The one on DoorDash Pay in 2024, that's already scheduled for the 25th, and on the 27th is a video you'll want to check out. I'm going to stop talking about something. And then on the 29th is what I see my future with DoorDash as being. How long do I see myself doing this? And then today, after I work on this video and post this, then I just got one video left. The video that's going to be posted on March 3rd. A Sunday for Dashers just starting out, and some advice for them. Now to today's Dash. I made it through another day. I got through it. I did not feel good today whatsoever. Kind of like a, not really a headache, but just kind of like I was just tired and kind of like a foggy head. I couldn't really think straight the whole entire day. So kind of bear with me as I get through this recap. So start time was 6:04 this morning. And first order, I waited 17 minutes, so had a little bit of a wait. I got a 1075 7-mile Meyer, only one item. So I went ahead and took this to get me started. And so here is the item and the shopping time. So you never know what you're going to get on one item shops. This was Primatene Mist Inhaler. So I knew what it was before I arrived at the store. And so I went into the store, walked all the way over to HBC, hit my start shopping button after I got over there. And then you see here, it took me 42 seconds to find this item. Delivered that, $5.75 from DoorDash, $5 tip for $10.75. So, like I said, off to a good start. Next is I went ahead and took this. It's kind of like those orders yesterday. I didn't have it's just the high mileage is just because of my position, but this is an in zone. This is all in zone. It's just my position that's jacking me up here. So I went ahead and took this and picked up the sheets. It was delivering to one of the there's 2 daycares that I deliver to, and each one of them I've delivered to many times, and delivered to the other one yesterday, and then this one today. Easy pickup, easy delivery, $7. Next was a decline. Just at this particular time, 7:17 in the morning, an $8 9-mile Taco Bell going out to Obet's. No thanks. I mean, at this time of morning, I should be able to get something a little bit more decent than that. So that was, like I said, 7:17. Now I had to wait though. You see here 14 minutes before I got something else. But I mean, it was better. $6 with a hidden tip, Tim Hortons, only 2 miles. So I went ahead and took that. Nothing really to mention about the pickup or drop off there. The hidden tip was only $1. So, but still, $7 order, $5 tip. I'll take it. at $25. Not off to a real good, $25 at 740. I'm usually at have a little bit more than that, and plus I'm not feeling too good, so not the best start in the world here. Next, I took this 1350 6.8 miles for 2 Panera orders. So yeah, let's go ahead and take it. But this order ended up getting me aggravated. I go to the Panera, and there's like, it was either 2 or 3. I want to say 3 orders that were ready. None of them were mine. They had 2 on the pickup shelves, 1 on the counter. None of the 3 were my orders. And sorry about the dog. But nobody asked me what order I was. I just stood there, nobody helped me until like past the 10-minute mark. So I just stood there, waited and waited. A few minutes later, I went to the bathroom, come back, still no orders, all this and that. There wasn't a lot of people inside the store. They just must have been making a whole lot of like online and like delivery orders, I guess. I don't know. And it just, you hate, I'm sure a lot of other Dashers, it's one thing when they're really busy, but it just, to make it even worse is when like there's a difference between when they're busy, but the workers are scrambling around, working hard, trying to bust out the orders. And there's times when the store is busy, when they're just kind of moping around and, okay, finish up this order. And, let me I don't know, let me wash this dish here that's in the sink. And, and just the lackadaisical, moping around. That's how it was today. It's just very irritating, no sense of urgency, and I pretty much knew that this was going to be like a 10-minute drop. I mean, I could pretty much just guarantee it. And at the 9-minute mark, DoorDash prompts me to drop one of them. So that was an easy drop there. In those situations, I've never on a stack, I don't think I've ever had, when DoorDash prompts it before 10 minutes, I've never had it to where they ask you to drop both of the orders. I don't know why, but I've never had, it's only just one order, which is weird. So I dropped that at 9 minutes. Next, after I drop that, I get this 3. I'm still on the second Panera order, and I get this offer for $3, 5.5 miles IHOP. I mean, absolutely not. So I decline that. And then now we're over the 10.5 minute mark. I go to drop the second Panera, and I just, like I said earlier, I couldn't think straight, and I was having problems dropping it. And even though like it hasn't been working for me to just go into the options and select, I'm having an issue or store is having an issue. Then you click on wait time and then the reasons. And then that final red button at the bottom, I click that and just nothing happens. I get froze on that screen. And so that's still, it's been like that for me for weeks now. It's still like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like that for everybody or just me, but that's how my account is. And I couldn't remember how I actually did do the drops. I went into one or two other menu options from the previous screen, and I was having problems, and I was tired. I was like, I was getting frustrated, but not angry or anything. I like what I really would wanted to do in that situation is for the Panera to pull out some rollaway bed out of the back and just let me lay down in their dining room area and just fall asleep and let the order just sit there on my phone. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't feel like messing with stuff today. It's just like one of those days. So it finally dawned on me what I had went into before. It's the menu option order is not here. And after 2 or 3 minutes, and then it finally like dawning on me, then I went in, I was able to drop it and move on. But that's just kind of like the day it was. And then I get a couple declines. I'm still sitting there at Panera, like I'm parked in between the Panera and the tropical smoothie. And I get this going out to Groveport, 725 tropical smoothie, 10 miles decline. And then I get another order. That was 1 minute later. A different tropical smoothie. This one's going near down like east of downtown Columbus, stacked with a Sonic order. Both of them are going just east of downtown, and the two orders for $10 at 8:05 in the morning. That would have been a nightmare trying to do that order. So absolutely not. And then so now 8:07, I'm trying to pull away from that. I think I did get pulled away from that parking lot, was back on the main road, and then I get this TJ's order. Yeah, it's going to Orient, but let me go ahead and take this just to have something and just to be on an order. And I'd rather go, I talked about this before, if all you're going to give me long distance stuff, I'd rather go south than north or east. South or west for me is okay, but not north or east in a lot of situations. So I took this. It was going to the prison. So very familiar drop off. The only concern is TJ's can be really slow, but I probably only waited, it's maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. I didn't wait long in there, and then it was off to the prison. So I went in there, and they didn't recognize me at all. They didn't take me in there, lock me up or nothing. I was able to go into the prison, drop off the order, and leave, escape out of there. So that razor wire looks awful bad around that prison. I wouldn't want to get caught up in that. See how tired I am just rambling, just stupid rambling here right now. And then I come home, so we're approaching kind of like my dead area time frame of the morning. I come home at 8:45. And I'm here for a while. You see here, over a half hour. I'm just in here. I fixed something to eat. I talked to my wife. I walked the dog, did a bunch of stuff, no orders. Then finally, I even had enough time. The stuff that I got from my car yesterday, I took my old car seat cover off. I put on the new one. I wiped down the outside of my car. It's first time I've done that with microfiber towels, that I just bought. And I know I wasn't doing it right. I wiped my whole car down with a wet towel, then went over it with a dry towel, and then went out for more dashing. And there's still like streaks all over my car. So I gotta, wipe it down again here. Or, I don't know if this is going to be something I can continue doing or not. Cleaning my own car. I don't know. So I get this as I'm cleaning. I'm in the process of wiping down my car when I get this order. $6, 6 miles. Let me wait for another order. I'm not finished here doing what I'm doing, so let's wait. It's something a little bit better. So another 12 minutes passes and I'm done with what I was doing and everything. This was actually like a worse order, $6.50 for almost 8 miles, but I went ahead and took this because I was done. I was ready to go, and so I took a longer mileage offer. And nothing to mention about this order, special or extra or anything. Next was, I took this to 925, 10.5 miles, going to South High. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. I should be able to do this and get back before lunchtime starts. So it's only 5 items. Why not? Get inside the store. I tell you what, I shopped this. I never heard of these 2 brand names before. This Odom's Tennessee Pride and Sweet Sue Chicken and Dumplings. Never heard of these 2 brands before, but I put these 3 different items in the cart, and I was like, man, I was starting to get hungry as I hadn't had breakfast. I was like, man, I could do each one of these 3 things right now. Too bad this wasn't my order. And you see, it only took me 4 minutes to shop. So, so I deliver that. And there you see $7.75 from DoorDash, $1.50 tip for the $9.25. That put me at $50.50 for the day. I still haven't, I don't know if there's any Van Hagar fans watching here, but I still, to my knowledge, have never had a dash yet where I've reached exactly like $51.50 for my total at any point during the dash. I'm still waiting for a day where I hit $51.50 exactly. But it couldn't happen today because the minimum's $2, so I can't get a $1 offer. So it was not gonna happen today. And then I come back to Zone, and at this particular time, so at 10:38 is when I got to a parking spot, and I parked at in front of a motorcycle dealership at the end of one of my hotspot areas. And for the life of me, I've never understood why that is not a Dasher graveyard. So the number one, I've talked about it before, the number one graveyard in my zone is the Meijer. You'll see like 10 at any given time, sometimes as many as 6 to 10 dead Dashers, sitting there. And the second graveyard I've talked about is this small parking lot behind the Tim Hortons and Wendy's. It's not part of that parking area, or like Tim Hortons and Wendy's has its own parking lot, and then this is another parking lot behind that has nothing to do with anything. I don't even know whose parking lot it is, other than being a DoorDash driver graveyard. But The motorcycle dealership, that should be a graveyard because you're at the tail end of one of the pickup areas, and then it's at a major intersection in the zone, and you're within shouting distance of the other two pickup areas as well. So you're in a good position to hit any of the three that you get an offer for. So I don't know. I'm rambling. I apologize, but I don't know why people don't sit there. But I did, and I got this Aldi's offer at 10:47. I'm just like 2 traffic lights away from the Aldi's. I start my car, leave the dealership, and 1 minute later I'm in Aldi's. 1350, but only 2 miles. So 14 items. As always, I'm a little bit concerned going into Aldi's. Here's the list. What did that say? 14 items. 4 of the 14 is just bananas. So 4 bananas. And then you see here a couple other vegetables and I found these chocolate squared. They were on an end cap, so I lucky to find those. And the second half of the list here, I can't remember what there's one item cut off from this picture. I can't remember what that was, but the trickiest item was the chicken, and customer wanted 2-packs. Which they didn't have except for like organic chicken, but that's not what they ordered. Long story short, I substituted just instead of 2-packs, just 1 like 4-pack family size. And, so I delivered first, here's the screenshot of this only took me 10 minutes to shop. I got everything in 10 minutes. The recommended time was 18, so I did good on the shopping there. That's less than a minute per item. Delivered this. The customer was outside waiting when I got there, so I was able to tell her, hey, on the chicken, I just got the closest substitute I could find. And she seemed cool about it. $5.75, $8 tip, $13.75. So there you go. A couple more declines, and these were low ball ones. $2.75 McDonald's. That's not even worth bothering with. And then a $3.75 Frisch's. Back when I was having to worry about acceptance rate or whatever, if this $3.75 for the 2.5 miles, had I under my old system before I became a lifetime top dasher, in the old system, if I was below 75% acceptance rate, then I would have taken this offer. But anything 75 or over, that would have been a decline under the old system. So that was at 11:17. I had to wait about 11 minutes, and then this order was interesting, and I thought about it for several seconds, and I went ahead and took it. $21, 19 miles. But I don't have to do hardly any work here. The Meyer is just 1 item. And so how bad could that be? And the Giant Eagle is a pickup. So I don't have to go in this. I just pull up to a parking spot. They bring it out to me. So all this is here is just going to cost me time and mileage. But I'm not going to have to really work at all for this $21. So that's the reason I went ahead and took this. And so what could the one item be? You wonder, well, it's the subject of today's video, the glue. The glue. So I was having a bad day. I was tired. I was hungry, all this and that. I get this order that has the glue in it. And this glue kept me together for today and kept me moving and doing more orders. So thank you very much, customer, for having glue from the arts and crafts department in this order. Like I said earlier, you just never know what you're going to get on these shopping orders. Just little tiny thing of craft glue is all I was delivering. Oh, okay. And then so this was at 11:40 when I found that, and then proceeded to the cash register, checked out. I arrived at Giant Eagle about 10 minutes later at 11:52, and picked that order up. Just like with the Aldi's order, it was 3 shopping sacks. Those paper sacks with the handle, you can fit 3 of them in a catering bag. And just like with the Aldi's, all 3 of the Giant Eagle fit in my catering bag. And then there was one extra item, is like some kind of juice or something. I can't remember. Bottles of apple juice or something. Delivered the 2 orders. Here, $10 from DoorDash. The glue lady only tipped $1, and then $10 tip from the Giant Eagle order. So $21. And like I said, I really didn't have to do much for that. Then I'm coming back to zone, and I'm getting off, the exit for, of course, I talked about this before. I have to get off at Stringtown, because otherwise I may pass it, but get an order for there. So I have to, do a turnaround. And so you have to get off there. It is what it is. So I'm getting off. I'm just trying to get off the exit, and at this point, I'm trying to I wanted Chinese for lunch. There's a certain place that I go to, but I'm still going to go through zone to get there. And if I get an order, fine. If I get to the Chinese place first, I'm just going to log off. So I'm up for one more order. And I get off that ramp, and then I wasn't expecting this to happen to me at the time that it did, but I get a rash of declines approaching and getting off of that exit. Normally past 12:30, it starts to slow down some, but not today. So first bad decline, 750 Chick-fil-A, 8.5 miles. I just delivered to High Street. I'm just coming back from there. I don't want to pick up an order and just turn around and go right back to High Street. So decline. Then 2 minutes later, another Chick-fil-A, 475, 6 miles. No thanks. I'm not even sure where this is going. I'd need to blow this map up a little bit more. I'm not even sure where that is right offhand. Like I said, I can't think right at the moment. So decline. Decline number 3, 675, 10 miles. That's probably going back to the prison. So, the mileage is really just the bad thing, but I'm assuming that's probably going back to the prison, and from that standpoint, it wouldn't have been too bad. But I already busted out of the prison once today. Do I want to try my luck again? And then look at this one. Come on here. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes, in that area, you just get at lunchtime, you get the worst offers, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. It's crazy. $10, 14 and a half miles for 2 orders. And one of them's going, I mean, my gosh, this is like, what is that, like Bexley on that second one? I mean, that's like way out there. Decline. I mean, the east side and downtown at some point, somewhere down they got to get their own restaurants here. I mean, I don't get it. Get your own restaurants, please. Then surprisingly, a minute later, then I get one that I can take that makes sense. I mean, I could almost like, passed out behind the wheel of my car when I got this order. It's 2 pickups, but $11, only 4 miles. Oh my gosh, I'm taking it. And I'll take this, and then this will be my last order. I pick up the KFC. I was in the wrong lane. I put a blinker on and waited for an opening and, started to get over. Some other car comes flying up through there, and the guy wanted to crash into me, but didn't. And then, it's kill or be killed anymore around here. So I got to the KFC, not much trouble there, pick that up. Then I go just down the street, just next big shopping center over, pick up the Fazoli's. Then, and you see the pin positions on this map, then the KFC delivered right next door to the Fazoli's. The KFC delivered to the Walgreens. So I basically, after I put the Fazoli's in my hot bag, then I just had to reposition the car, move it from one parking lot over to the other parking lot, walk inside the Walgreens, boom, there's one delivery done. And then so your like 3 miles of this was just driving to customer B, which was the nursing home that's in a residential area that I've talked about, that I don't, off the top of my head, I don't have the address memorized. So every single time I go to this nursing home, I'm driving along through residential areas and houses and everything. And then at the last second, realize that I'm going to the nursing home. And then the pay on that is $2 from DoorDash, $5 tip, and $4 tip. Great order. $96. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and log off. The problem was that, and I don't know why this continues to happen to me, but several minutes before, I don't know if I can't remember exactly when, but I don't know if it was at I think it was at the KFC. I selected the option pause orders after delivery. And maybe I should have checked that again, like when I got to the last customer. Maybe you're not supposed to do that until like you're coming up on your last stop. And then that's when I should have toggled that switch over to pause after delivery. But I did it early in the routing. So that's probably why. So anyway, I come back out to my car expecting to log off, and I get an offer instead. You see how the previous screenshot 103, this comes in at 104 immediately after. And 1967, only 9 miles, a Target order, 11 items. So this doesn't seem bad. It's, you know, South High Street area, but it's $20. I really don't want to do this order. It's past lunchtime. I haven't had anything to eat at this point for the day, and I'm kind of hungry. I don't really want to do this. I thought I had my Dash paused after the delivery. But I went ahead and accepted it. The problem was at this nursing home is sometimes I get a weak signal, and it's only like right when I'm like outside the front doors. I don't know why. There must be something there that interferes with I don't know what it is. Like as soon as I start driving away and get to the end of the exit, I usually get a signal back. But I was still right in front of the doors. Even though I hit accept, the working spinning wheel and everything, like, you know, it's processing or thinking and nothing's happening. And then I get the message, you know, the text message. We tried to send you an order. You didn't get it. We're putting your Dash on pause, yada, yada, yada. So I didn't get this order. Somebody commented on the video yesterday that when this happens to him, it does count against your acceptance rate. So I don't know. Maybe it does. So if it does, oh well. I mean, I did hit the accept button, but and then I was able to get out onto the main street, park my car, and then I was able to end the Dash. And so here's the summary. The total Dash time, I was logged in for 7 hours today. 7 hours exactly. Dash time was 4 hours, 2 minutes. I had 3 hours of downtime. And 106 miles driven. So against $96, I was $10 over on, 10 miles over goal. But that's okay. Not the end of the world. Now at 2,688 lifetime deliveries. Started the Dash at 56% acceptance. Ended with 59%. And that's it for this recap. I'm gonna put this together and post it, and finish up the dashing for beginners video. And we'll try to do this all again tomorrow. See you then. Be safe out there driving. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Check out my other videos. A lot of good stuff, a lot of information for all things DoorDash. And we will see you at the next video. Thanks again for watching.